Scheduled day off. Eccles, I'll get some information on him. I'm not sure what it was, but Gibson, he's going to be a week or two dealing with lower extremity. And then Jacob Hansen also going to be a couple of weeks.
What's he got?
Yeah.
Hansen?
Same. He's lower extremity.
Not nice to get ABT out there.
It was good. Be more of a question for him and how he felt, but he's an elite player at that position, so it was good to have him out.
How does the rehab differ between a quarterback for Achilles and an offensive guard? Is there a little different approach?
It's a great question for the docs. I'd imagine they're similar in terms of from a strengthening standpoint, but obviously the movements are much different. So I would imagine it's more geared for the movements that each one is required to make.
Is Elijah going to have to show that he can go every single day, or is there like scheduled days off?
He's on a pitch count scheduled, so it'll be sporadic.
How is it at Olu and Will McDonald were having some battles out there? How fun is it seeing those two guys kind of go at it?
It's cool. It's with all the O-line, D-line, but you guys know me. I'm waiting till Monday because it's just different. So.
With the plan for Tyron, imagine you have the built-in days off. How beneficial is that for Olu then?
Oh, it's really beneficial for all those guys, but for Olu to get all the extra reps that he normally wouldn't get. But Olu's gonna be a really good football player in this league, and all those reps are extremely valuable.
Is the plan still just left tackle for him?
For now, yeah.
With a number of O-line injuries in the last couple of years, is there any particular plan in place for the group as a whole to maybe put each guy on a pitch count just to try to minimize wear and tear?
No, that's a good question, Rich. It's for sure. Depends on how you look at it. I believe that there's a certain detraining that's happening with the O-line. They're different than every other position. I don't want to get into too deep on it, but there's a balance. We're not trying to revisit the junction boys, but we're also this new performance model where load management, I think sometimes, especially with the O-line, feel like there's a detraining that's happening that's leaving them susceptible to injury. But again, it's stuff we've been studying. We have a plan in place. I just don't want to get into too many details.
Like practices at a higher tempo, are you getting more plays in?
We are. We're getting. We're pacing significantly more plays, but it's also comfort with the offense. The offensive guys are getting in and out of the huddle a lot. It's a lot crisper in and out of the huddle. They're a lot more comfortable with the cadence. Their understanding of the offense and what their job is. So things are just happening faster.
You guys have talked about Jeremy Ruckert having a bigger role. What have you seen from him, and what gives you the confidence that he can do more for you guys?
Ruck's gotten better every time since the day he walked in this building. He's versatile. He's extremely smart. So because of that, we can do more with him. But he's physical. He takes everything personal in a good way, where he just wants to be his best, and he's built the way you want him to be built. He's I think very underrated at his position.
What was your address or message to this team when they reported? I don't know if we asked that.
No, it was just keep it simple. It's show up and just do your best. I mean, it's a boring message, but it's a message we got to stay focused. And last year there was so much hype around the team and so much external noise that it's really cool just to see our guys work. Like I've said before, it's been very businesslike. It's a lot quieter around here, which is awesome. But it's staying focused in the moment.
You do your self-scouting every offseason. How did you come up to how I can be better? Meaning you.
Me?
Yeah.
We're always trying to get better. I'll always look internal first to see the areas where I can get better, and my messaging, my wording, scheduling, our teaching methods, everything. And I'm always looking for me. Same thing. It's different ways, whether it's adding more time to like this off season, and I do it every off season, but creating more scenarios for game management stuff, taking a deep dive with scheduling, looking at the way we work our guys, and just continuing to look at ourselves as individuals to help our team be the best it can be.
You spend a lot of time talking about Sauce, DJ, Michael Carter. How critical a piece is he for your defense?
He's kind of the, I don't want to call him the quiet assassin, but he's so reliable. He's out there. He doesn't get as much fanfare, but he's as reliable as any nickel there is in football. Teammates love him, works his tail off, and he's another guy that we can do a lot with, and because of that, it adds a little bit of a dimension to our defense that many others can't have.
Robert, Tony Adams, last year coming into zone and all that, do you kind of look at him now as almost like a veteran, the way he's kind of just taking that job?
For sure, yeah. Year 3 for him, he's expected to take another step in terms of from a vocal leadership standpoint. No one's gonna, I shouldn't say no one, but you'll be hard pressed to find someone who's going to work as hard as he does and put as much into his job as he does. But as far as the leadership aspect, that's going to come naturally. He's year 3 now. The balance of life, fame, social media, money, and football is where everything just kind of flatlines, and those guys all they find their voice and they find their leadership qualities.
What does he see from Malachi Corley and his development as a route runner?
It's getting there. He's still got a long way to go. This is, with Xavier being down for a week or so, it's going to be a great opportunity for him to get a lot of reps over the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be on him to put in the extra work, which he does, and find a way to get better every single day.
Is coaching in this market what you expected it to be when you first took the job?
It's a good question, because you learn a lot every day. You learn every season is a new learning experience, and every market, I think, when you're in a market, you're kind of in a bubble, especially with social media, and you just feel like you're in this little bubble. So I think whatever you may feel in this market, I think someone else is feeling in another market. Now, you guys, God bless y'all. You guys are a little bit harder, but no, it's about what I expected.
What were your thoughts on the red zone period at the end there? And I know Aaron puts pressure on defenses no matter where he is on the field, but specifically inside the 20, how challenging is it?
Well, whenever you're playing, and Tyrod, I'm going to throw Tyrod in there too, because he scored on his possession. When you're playing a veteran like that, when you get to the red zone, everything is faster. You've got to make decisions faster. You've got to know exactly what you're seeing. And you've got Aaron, who can make decisions very quickly. Tyrod can make decisions very quickly, and they both can create off schedule, and which becomes a nightmare. And so, it was good to see the offense operate in the red zone and at the speed at which they were operating.
All about Ruckert, this point earlier. The Tennant group as a whole, there was a lot of talk before the draft that you guys might get Tennant from Georgia, speculation from the outside. Clearly, you guys feel comfortable with that without gathering anyone here this offseason. Just overall, is that accurate? You just kind of felt good about it?
We feel great about our guys. I think Brock Bowers is going to be a phenomenal football player, but we were always locked in on the guy we took.
Is the pressure to win for you, do you think, greater now than it has been?
The pressure is always going to be there. We always feel pressure to win. Now, later, it doesn't matter. As far as outside noise and creating the expectations of ultimatums and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. It's an end result that we have no control over, but what we have control over, and the greatest expectation is to be our best every day. And really, that's the biggest focus.
Can you take anything, Robert, from your time in San Fran, like the years where you guys weren't necessarily winning very much and then kind of popped for you?
Yeah, I think we all felt like last year was going to kind of be that for us. My first year in San Fran, I think we went 6-10. Second year, we went 4-12. And then our third year we went to the Super Bowl, we went 13-3, if I remember right. And then our fourth year we went 6-10, the COVID year. That was the year of all the injuries. And last year really felt like we were getting ready to take that third year leap, similar to what Detroit experienced this year. And obviously it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but this year's gonna be fun. So.
Good.
Just housekeeping. Well, we never asked.
Yeah, he's getting closer. He's getting closer.
Did he have surgery?
Well, I'm not going to get into his business, but
Your business too.
no, I'm with you. Lower extremity, but he'll be back soon.
Hockey.
I miss your